Hey guys, welcome to 3 Mississippi. Sid here. Today we have come to some conclusions about things and we are going to need your help. We want you to weigh in on where we should put some fences, some gates, and some barns. If you agree with us or don't, you're going to need to tell us in the comments. Let me show you what we're thinking. We're also going to be turning our birds out for the first time into the run, so let's get after it.
You know what? Baling wire will get the job done for now.
On a nail?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see how the babies are doing.
Yeah, I better cut it.
Hi, babies. Hi. Everybody's been laying in the nesting boxes. I've been getting eggs every morning. Aw, yes. And Millie is so happy to have buddies that are geese. We did go to the store today, but we forgot to buy latches when we were there.
Yeah.
So there's that.
There's a latch.
That is a redneck latch. A little baling wire and some screws, man. It's gonna solve all the world's problems.
It's like duct tape on a truck.
That's
I
right.
saw like 2 of those yesterday. No, one of them had bungee cords and the other one was held together by duct tape. And the one that was held together by duct tape had antlers on the front.
That was
Yeah.
a cool truck. What are you talking about?
Held together by duct tape and a prayer.
Yeah. The other one had bungee cords all across the front. They had a little bit more budget.
A little bit more budget.
budget.
Oh, Frankie's talking smack. Turn that where it's not going to poke somebody.
Right.
I'll leave this long enough that you can actually get a hold of it and use it as leverage.
Okay.
It's temporary, but
Right.
it's definitely going to hold.
Okay. That works. Redneck solve for no latch for today, so we can still let the birds out. Oh, the babies.
They all walk the same.
I know.
So what kind of geese are these?
Well, we don't know for sure, but
I don't know if you are.
that one's a Roman tufted. That's Roderick. He's a Roman tufted.
Robert.
Roderick.
Do you like the outside, baby? Do you like the outside?
Hey, babies.
And then that's Millie.
That's Millie. I think she might actually be a Sebastopol, but that one is.
She looks kind of like one.
Yeah, I think her feathers are coming in curly now. And her eyes are turning blue. But this one,
This one, I don't know.
she's getting like permanent gray feathers in. But Roderick's definitely not a Sebastopol boy.
But
Did you like the outside? Roderick! Hi. Yes. I know.
Why
Hi.
do they walk
It's just their little, that's just the way they do it.
Let's see if we can get the chickens out of there, Frankie. They'll cut these weeds down in no time.
Once they settle down, yeah. What do you think? I know. Oh, my glasses.
How did that go for you?
Come here.
That's what it did to me.
Another egg today. That's the 5th one today. Which is weird because I only have 4 laying eggs.
I only see 3. No, that's you.
You look like a little boy with that face.
I didn't shave his goatee off. I just gave him a shave and a haircut.
You cut it back.
I trimmed it back a bit. It was looking a little
No more
scraggly
grandmas
screw.
for you.
Frankie said I look young now.
Yeah.
Like a bad young though. Like
They're gonna
we'll
card
call
him.
middle-aged women instead of grandmas now.
Oh Lord. Are we really concerned about our dad pulling middle-aged women?
I don't know. That's a you problem. It's your husband.
All right. Fair. Hi, babies. Hi. Hi, my babies. Hi. I know.
You guys are kind of creepy.
No, they're not. They're beautiful. I love my babies. I love my babies.
Hello. You guys are kind of sweet.
Yeah, at least her feathers are starting to come in curly, so I'm pretty sure she is a Sebastopol. This one, some of her feathers are coming in gray, which I know is a trait, but it's not supposed to be of the breed line that they have there, and then he's definitely a tufted Roman.
But you're sweet.
He is super sweet. He is a total love. And then Mama Millie over here, she's a good mama.
I like that. Oh, hello. Hi. It's a close person with.
Yeah, they don't know much about personal space, that's for sure. They're like, let me get in your face. Let me give you love. All right, guys, so I didn't film any of this because Ryan stopped by to pick up something and drop something off. But he and Mike and I kind of walked around the fence line, sort of figuring some things out. So I'm going to kind of take you through kind of what we're doing now. We're going to get into the why of the garden and the fix for it in another video coming up this week. But I'm going to flip this camera around so y'all can see. Mike has moved and tilled a patch. Well, actually, Frankie tilled it. A patch of garden over here. And there is a gate right here that we're actually going to be completely abandoning. So this whole drive right here, you can probably sort of see the faint outline of tire tracks. Like we drive through here when we have to come along this side and go up through those trees right there. So the game plan is to move this fence line out to about here and run it all the way down this way on the other side of this tree, and then move that fence line up and move this all out this way. So then the new gate for that will be right over here. So that corner gate won't be there anymore. And then we're going to put another gate up closer here to the turn-in as it stands right now so that we can enter that pasture. The plan for the barn originally was going to go all the way down here on this side. The barn was originally going to go down there. But due to some circumstances that we'll get into in another video about why we're moving the garden, we're actually going to be moving the barn over here. So obviously for building something, you want to make sure you have a flat area that's not going to hold a lot of water. It's really windy today, guys. I'm mic'd up, so hopefully it's okay. But we've got this area here, and the reason that we put the chicken coop kind of where we did was, yes, it's close-ish to the house and the shop and all of that, but it's in a flat area, and it wasn't blocking our view of this. So if we move that fence line to about here, then yes, it's going to block our view right out the back door, but we'll still be able to see it when we're out here working and all of that. It's just going to change it a little bit, and it's going to be it's basically going to be like 3 of these coops put together in a different configuration to make this area. So this area behind me will be the barn. This fence line, like I said, will be moved up to about where the camera is right now. And then this area, there'll be a little gap, and then the barn will be this whole area here going along this side. So it will block part of that view when you immediately come out the back door, but this is going to be the best spot. It'll keep all of the animals in one spot, which will make it easier for feed purposes and things like that. I'm happier to have the animals closer, and when we turn them out, we can turn them out here, we can turn them out there, but when we're at home base, when we need to pull them in, they can all be pulled into the same spot. So I think that's going to actually work out to be really, really beneficial for a lot of reasons. That being said, not everything can be right up against the house. So the home for the goats and things are going to be in different places, as far as like where their home and their pasture is going to be a little bit further up front, closer to the pond. We are going to be putting in a pond right about here. Guys, there's a burn pile that we made just over that little rise. We're going to burn that out. We're going to make a pond there. And then eventually, down in this corner right here, all the way down to where that culvert is, we're going to make another pond. And we're actually going to move the road where the culvert is right now, right there. We're actually going to let that flood out. We're going to make a path through here in a new spillway and build a pond over there. Now, again, these are things that we've been kicking around for a while and kind of planning. Not everything can be done all at once. Not everything can be done in one day. Obviously, our first thing is getting some of these fences in place. Letting the birds out today was a huge thing. I was so happy to see them eating the grass and hanging out together and playing. Like, that was amazing, and it gets me excited that we're that much closer. My ducks are coming in about a month and a half. I'll have my ducklings here, so I'm excited to kind of kick off some of these animals and get them going. And before too much longer, we're going to have the chicken tractors out here with the meat chickens out on the field eating that wonderful pasture behind us, and the bugs, and foraging in their little tractors and keeping them nice and safe. So I'm really amped up to get all this done, to get these fences up, to get the animals, and start, Mike's hopeful that maybe we can get the sheep, before the fall. That'd be great, or during the fall, before winter hits. I don't know if I'm quite as optimistic as he is at everything being where we need it to be by that point, fencing wise and guardian wise for that. We will see. He did just talk about getting a couple livestock guardian dogs to hang out specifically over here with the poultry. And I did point out to him that with the garden literally being right on the other side of this fence right here, that they will alert if they hear something that close as well, or see something. So it will kind of be a little bit of a dual purpose, extra security layer, if you will, with that going on. So I think this is going to be great. I mean, as I'm standing here looking out towards the culvert where the barn will be, I think this is going to be great. I'm going to make it look pretty. I'm going to paint it. It's going to look nice. Not everything's going to happen in one day, and we know that, but getting some of these projects a little bit further along, and kind of as we're planning things out and learning the layout of our land, and having some friends that have lived in the area for a long time kind of give their opinion and their ideas, has really been helpful for kind of figuring out where everything needs to sit and where everything needs to be in order for long-term functionality, because at the end of the day, that's really important. We want long-term functionality. So I think the barn going here right next to the coop and the feed and everything being able to be all in one spot, I think that's going to be awesome. I know a lot of you have been asking questions about when we're going to build the barn, where we're going to put it, what we're going to be doing with the fences, when are we getting certain animals. Well, now you know a little bit more. And we know a little bit more now too, because we've kind of changed our mind a few times. So we appreciate you guys. Drop your comments. Let us know what you think, what your opinion is, where you think it should go. If you agree with us putting it here, if you think it's a bad idea, if you've got another thought or something to input, we appreciate it. Let us know what you think. Okay guys, I just got back from picking up some of my laying hens. Look at these beautiful babies. Got my little Orpingtons in there. I gotta look and see what I got. I don't remember what I ordered. I've got 2 male black Langshans, 5 Orpingtons, 6 black giants, and 4 Americanas. Nice. Let's get these guys settled in. All right, so they are all settled in here. I did a head count. I didn't have any fatalities. Everybody arrived in one piece. And we're gonna have some nice babies and a couple protective roosters in here just because. One of my tried and true tricks is to always have a few black chickens. It helps deter some of the overhead predators like hawks and things like that. And having a couple nice big male black roosters mixed in the flock there. Since I'm not likely going to be incubating really any of these eggs, I'm not worried about the breeds specifically. I may, as time goes on, I might make a few barnyard mixes just to have like when I need to refresh birds or something, but chances are I'll just get a different breed locally. But this really does help cut down on the predators, especially because of the setup we have out here. I do want to make sure that I have some things in place to kind of help deter some of that. So worst case, if a rooster then goes after something in protection of the flock that is threatening them, worst case you lose a rooster versus you losing all of your hens. That is always a good rule of thumb. Keeping a few black birds in your mix helps keeps the crows away, helps keep the hawks away. They think that it's a crow down there and they leave it alone. I don't know the science exactly behind why their little bird brains work the way they do, but I can tell you from experience it does help. Thanks for hanging out with us today, and we will see you guys next time. Until then, safety's off.